Hello everybody, this is GamingScot, and welcome. We're playing some Everybody's Golf. I figured this is just a good game to chat to. It was either this or Bus Simulator. I chose golfing. Oh, we're not going to gimme mode. That's for babies.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was. I only played this once, the tournament once. And it was on the regular mode as well. I didn't play gimme mode. I assume it's like if you get within like, 3 feet or something of the hole, it doesn't even take the extra shot, the gimme shot. It's just like, hey, you got close enough. I don't know. Some extra easier advantage. Anyway, when in a bunker of the rough, a warning block might be displayed on the power gauge, which looks different than the normal gauge. Setting impact on the range defined by the block. I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess that's it. I don't know how to read fast, man. I only get 100 coins for victory. I feel like I got 50 coins for the first time.
It's a par 4.
Alright, so how's everybody doing, man? I'm probably gonna upload this first video on YouTube very shortly, because it's a bit overdue. I got married. I've been wanting to make a video about this for a while, but I'm not really one to really just talk to a camera. I'm a teacher. I don't really want, if kids find my channel or something, I don't want them seeing me, even though there are, videos on my channel with my face. But I think the last one was like, I want to say the last one was, at least on my channel, is the Yakuza finale. I feel like I did maybe I didn't do a face cam for Fortnite Season 9. Oh god, that's bad. I feel like I might have.
No!
Ah, garbage.
Open up the gauge.
If I did. What's the down button? If I did do a face cam for
Good save.
the Season 9 finale event of Fortnite, I don't think I put it onto YouTube. Because I looked on my channel, I didn't see it. What's this tornado? Is this giving me garbage? I can do it myself.
It's par.
I don't need a tornado to pull it in. Ugh. I haven't gotten a birdie. I think the first time I played this, I actually did do pretty well. I think I only got +6. I came in 5th. So, here we go. Tied for 2nd. I don't know how they got more points, but whatever.
Hole 2. It's par 4.
But yeah, I don't really, I'm not really one to talk just to a camera by myself. I need to have something going on in the background to talk over. I like golf is calming and relaxing. I'm probably gonna be a little bit off, not at perfect shots, but oh well. So my wedding got married almost 2 months ago now. It's December 7th. Got married a little bit past the middle of October. Oh. And it was just a good time. It went well.
Amazing.
The night before with the rehearsal dinner and everything, the rehearsal was a good time. Then the place we got married at, it's kind of like a campsite. It's a recreational center. They had a bunch of cabins and stuff. That we were able to rent cabins the night before for the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, and we, stay in separate places the night before the wedding, because as you do. So in my cabin, we played a bunch of games and drank a bunch of alcohol and just had a good time. It's kind of like a Ben Wyatt bachelor party. You know, just drinking board games. That's the dream, and that's what we did. We played a little bit of my dad came for a little bit of it because my mom told me, he was like, oh, you should invite your dad because whenever he got married to my mom, they're divorced now. Whenever my dad married my mom, for his bachelor party, my dad's mom didn't let him go to his own bachelor party. So my mom was like, you should invite your dad because he's never been to, you know, or he didn't go to his bachelor party. I'm sure he's been to a bachelor party, but not his own. So we played Secret Hitler. We played Pit with Bell, which is a wonderful card game for those of you who know it. It comes with a bell, that's why it's with Bell. Water hazard, oh, shibbles. So yeah, he did come for a little bit. We played, like I said, Secret Hitler, Pit with Bell. Oh, right over the... No! I thought it was going to go right over the bridge. Drop at this location. And we towards the end we played a game of Mysterium as well. Mysterium is a board game, kind of like a Clue type of thing, but with Dixit. Clue mixed with Dixit. If any of you have played Dixit, I'm sure you've played Clue. Maybe Dixit is, you know, a different kind of game.
Amazing.
That might not be as well known as Clue. But it was a great time. Pit with Bell is like a stock trading game. It really all it devolves in. It just devolves into yelling. Because there are a bunch of different commodities like wheat, barley, corn, and all that stuff, and you got to get all 9 of the same thing just by trading cards.
Uphill, maybe?
And you can trade. You have to trade the same cards. So if I trade 3 cards to somebody else, they have to give me 3 cards. I have to give them 3 cards, but they have to be the same thing. But you don't yell what you're trading. You just yell like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Like I'm trading 3 cards. Someone give me 3 cards. I didn't do the gimme mode, did I? Is that why the tornado's there? Did I accidentally click the gimme mode?
We can do this.
I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean to. Because the first time I played it, there was no tornado to the hole.
Hold 4. It's par 4. Yes.
So Pit was just a fun time. My wife told me afterwards that her and her bridesmaids could hear us just yelling while playing Pit, so that was hilarious. And then Secret Hitler. For those of you who haven't played Secret Hitler, it's kind of like, I don't know, if you haven't played Secret Hitler, you probably haven't played the Resistance either. But it's a hit and roll, deception type game, whatever stuff. You're either liberals or fascist. If you've played the Resistance, it's kind of like you know, the Resistance or a spy. Liberals, of course, are the good guys. Fascists are the bad guys.
Amazing.
And it's a little bit different from the Resistance, as it's just liberals or the Resistance are spies. Secret Hitler, there's liberals and fascists, but one of the fascists is a special role and they play Hitler, and that kind of leads into some various win conditions towards the end of the game. But of course, Hitler is on the fascist team. But I'm not really going to get into the rules. If you know it, then awesome. If you don't, I'm not going to get into the rules. Go look it up. It's a great game. Go play board games. Board games are just fantastic. But anyway, the first game, I forget if I was Hitler or fascist, but I was definitely a fascist. And I betrayed one of my friends who actually did believe in me. Because towards the end, I don't think I was Hitler, because I was elected. I was well, I guess if I was a president and got a bullet, that doesn't matter. If you're a Hitler and you're elected chancellor after a certain point, you automatically win. But if you're the president and Hitler, that doesn't matter. But at one point towards the end of the game, I did get a bullet, which lets me get the option to just permanently kill somebody for the rest of the game. Oh my god, water. And there was one of my buddies actually like believed I was a good guy. I was like, oh my god, who do I kill? Trying to play it off like, I don't know what to do. And I ended up killing him. He's like, oh my god, you're a fascist. I was like, no, I'm not. But I totally was. But it was a good time. He was very betrayed and very upset. And I just had a fun time. And the second game was absolutely hysterical looking back at it. My dad was Hitler. I forget who another fascist was. But at the beginning of the game, because you have to close your eyes because we didn't have 7 people, so the fascists and Hitler knew who each other are. The liberals don't. Towards the end of the game, we have to close our eyes, and then the fascists will get to learn who they are. But the liberals don't. That's part of the game. And towards the beginning of the game, my dad just like blurted out. He's like, "I'm Hitler," and then we all just kind of laughed. He's like, "Yeah, okay," because we, you know, usually sometimes we'll do that. We're done. We're like, everybody who's a fascist, please raise their hand. And you know, nobody raises their hand. Obviously, my dad just went full swing into it. He made a joke at the beginning of the game. He's like, "I'm Hitler." And it actually turned out that he was. And whoever the other fascist was after the game. The fascist won. Because once again, I ended up with a bullet. I was a liberal this time. And I killed someone who I thought was a fascist, but they were a liberal. And that sucked. Because the liberals don't know anything about anybody. They just know that they're liberal. And that's it. I knew my dad was possibly a fascist. It was my dad or one other person. I killed the other person, and I made the wrong choice. But after the game, yeah, the other fascist was asked my dad. He's like, "Yeah, I was really confused when you said you were Hitler," because I was like, "You know you are, right?" But we didn't really, you know, think about it too much until afterwards. I was the one that remembered. It's like, wait, didn't you say at the beginning of the game you were Hitler? So that was a good time. So that was the night before the wedding, which was phenomenal. It was a good time. My best man unfortunately couldn't stay and hang out. But, you know, we still had a good time. Let me use my putter, please. I don't want a wedge. The day of the wedding, we went to bed. And then we woke up the next day, the glorious day of. Got up. I went over to our wedding venue was pretty close to the Ohio border, so we went off to McDonald's, which was the closest place, quick place to go to. And since it was Ohio, they had Cleveland Browns players on all their cups, and I was like, that's disgusting, you should be ashamed. This was before the whole Myles Garrett fiasco as well. The Cleveland Browns just suck, so seeing them anywhere always just puts a damper on your day. But also it kind of brightens your day, because then it reminds you how much they suck. And then you're just like, wow, they're such a bad organization. So that was fun. We went there, got some breakfast. We came back, hung out a little bit more in the morning. We got dressed, took our pictures, went down. There's a lake in the venue. That wasn't where we were married at, but there was a lake around the venue. There was a gazebo down by the lake. We took pictures down there for part of them. And there were bees swarming aplenty, so pictures were a little bit tougher there because everyone was just freaking out and running away from bees. So that was entertaining. So bees? But the pictures were a good time. Don't have them yet. It's freaking almost 2 months later. Like I said, still waiting. Photographer, please, any day now. I don't want it to be a Christmas present. I like it, you know, before Christmas. Would be nice. Cause she posted like two pictures, maybe like a week and a half after the wedding. It's like, oh hell, like cool. It's been another month and a half now. You got anything? Like I'd be willing to take anything. I don't care if it's just another batch, not all of them. I just want to see something. So pictures were a fun time. And then we got ready.
It's all good.
Went to the venue, and started greeting people that were coming in. We had board games there. We had a board game table because after the ceremony, before dinner would be served, we went to take pictures afterwards because the bride and groom can't see each other before the wedding, so we hadn't actually taken any pictures together yet that day. So we had to go take pictures after the ceremony, and so we had board games available for any guests that wanted to keep busy with something that was other than just conversation. And I don't think too many people play games, but they were used. Some of them were used. Some tables did play, so that was cool. During the ceremony, it was great. We had a good friend play bagpipes, and bagpipes just make everything better. Ceremony was good. I think people making fun of me a little bit. Some of her bridesmaids were making fun of me a little bit because I couldn't look at my wife for more than 2 seconds. So I'd look at her for 2 seconds, and then I'd have to look away because it'd start to tear up because she's beautiful and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, you crying?" My wife told me I did have to cry whenever she walked in, so I think I accomplished that plus some that day. It was a good time. Whenever the best man had to present the rings, he put them in the pastor's little book that he was reading out of, and one of them fell off and rolled away, and one of my groomsmen picked it up, and he said whenever he put it back on the book, he said, "I do." So just a fun time. That was the really only thing that kind of went off the rails during the ceremony, but that's just, it didn't really send the whole thing off the rails. It was a little moment that made everyone chuckle and be like, "Oh!" You feel a whole bunch of air disappear from the room for a second. Everyone was like, "Oh, the ring is rolling away." But other than that, just a little moment during the ceremony that people will remember. Otherwise, it went pretty well. It was a nice ceremony. We had just gone to the wedding, another wedding, my wife's cousin's wedding, a few weeks before, and their ceremony was not that great, I'll be honest. Because they had the pastor, and then some other dude there who was like a speaker, and he said the word. Not only did he say the word divorce in his speech for my wife's cousin and her new husband-to-be wedding. Not only did he say the word divorce, he said it in the context of about 50% of marriages end in divorce. He said that during a wedding ceremony to people that were being married. They're like, yeah, about 50% of marriages end in divorce, so you got about a coin flip's chance of making it. Good luck, alright? Have fun, you kids. Haha. So that was weird. I asked my fiance at the time afterwards. I was like, is it weird that he mentioned divorce? And she's like, yeah, that's pretty weird. I was like, okay, just making sure it wasn't just me.
Break a leg. Happy golfing.
So, the word divorce was not said in our ceremony. I'm sorry for being a little bit stuffy. I'm not doing verses yet. I'm gonna just go do another tournament thing, whatever. Cause I'm still talking. What's the difference here? Regular, normal, clear, Eve. Go to just course. Course.
Let's go.
I don't know why there was a tornado in the hole. I feel I definitely didn't pick gimme mode. I don't know. Maybe. But other than, yeah, the ring rolling away for a second, the ceremony was great. It was a good time. Yeah, it was fun. So then we went to take pictures. That lasted a while. We were getting hungry. We were like, come on, just, oh. We were out there for at least an hour. And people were inside. I think my mom or somebody came out. I was like, yo, people are getting restless. You need to get back inside. We're like, we know. We want to be done too. So the reception was great. You know, the dinner was good. Was the dinner good? Yeah, the dinner was good. We had some good food. We didn't get seconds, so which was a bummer. I mean, we got a billion leftovers that lasted us at least another week. So
it's par 4.
That was good. So the reception was a great time.
Amazing.
Or the dinner was good. We had our first entrance song was the song from The Office for Jim and Pam. The doo 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 doo. I forget what it's called right now, but I got too many other things running through my head and I can't think of the name of the song.
Amazing.
It's on my recently bought on my iPhone. I can look it up real quick. It's by that dude. Forever by Chris Brown. So that was our first grand entrance song. Also, we have a cookie table. We're in Pennsylvania, so we gotta have a cookie table at a wedding. Cookies were great. There were these little cheesecake bites. So, oh, get in there! Now I want the tornado. Whenever we looked at by the cookie tables before the whole thing, or I looked at the cookie tables before the thing, there was these little cheesecake bites. And I didn't get any of the cheesecake bites that day. And that kind of bummed me out because they look so good. It's cheesecake. And whenever we finally got a chance to finally go up and get cookies, all the cheesecake bites were gone. And that was sad. But we still got a bunch of good cookies.
It's a par 4.
And then kind of the dancing started and all the festivities of the night. And we just had a good time. We did have the chicken dance because we gotta do the chicken dance. We did the shoe game. If any of you are familiar with the shoe game, it's like we each have, me and my wife each have a shoe, one of ours and one of the others, and someone would just ask questions and we raise whoever's shoe we thought was the correct answer. And there wasn't really a correct answer, but you know, it was like, who's the better driver? And we'd have our backs to each other, so we don't know what shoe each of us are holding up.
To the right.
But you know, we'd have our backs to each other, and then they'd ask us like, who's the better driver? And we'd each hold up whoever's shoe we believed to be the better driver. And it just was a good time. We got some awes and stuff because, you know, the last question I think was who loves the other more? And of course we both put up our own shoe. You know, we each believe we love the other more, and that got a little awe to end the whole thing. But anyway, back to chicken dancing and just dancing in general. After the chicken dance, we did a conga line, and the DJ asked me to pick who he thinks is a crazy dancer and who should lead the conga line. And the person I picked was not happy about being picked, and he tells me to this day that he wasn't happy about being picked. Jokingly. He doesn't really care, but during the chicken dance, you know the one move where you like cluck your arms like you're flapping your wings or something? While he was doing that, he was like pinching and twisting his nipples during that movement. And I was like, yo, I was just watching you during the chicken dance, and you were doing some weird shit, dude. So I picked you to lead the conga line. And he's like, no. And then like we had a good sized room, so the conga line was a bit long to go across the room. Every lap there was a limbo stick, and I was the second person in line behind the person I picked to lead the conga line. So the first time the limbo stick was easy. It was basically y'all hardly have to just tilt your head back and you're good. The second time it was of course lower, but I did that one and I had to shimmy a little bit downwards. And then the third one was just super low. And the guy in front of me, the guy I picked to do it, he did it. And I just kind of walked right around the limbo stick. And I went back up to him. I was like, oh man, that was easy. Good job and stuff. And he's like, what? Because he certainly struggled to get under the limbo stick the third time. But I just... Oh!
It's all good.
But I just walked around the limbo stick for that one. I was like, nope, not trying this one. I came back behind him to get back in the conga line. I was like, oh man, that's easy. That was easy. And he didn't really know that I didn't go under. So that was fun.
It's a par 4.
Other stuff? I don't really know. It was just your wedding day. I don't know whoever is watching is going to get married anytime soon or whatever, but your wedding day, people will tell you this a lot going into it, but your wedding day, it just goes by so fast, so enjoy it, and it certainly did. It went by fast. It was just a good time. Towards the end, pretty much the only people that were staying until the end were like some family and my fraternity brothers, because pretty much all my friends really are in my fraternity at this point, or a good majority of the people I invited are brothers of mine. And so I had put on special requests for songs. A couple sing-along songs. We had like Country Roads, because that's a great one. Take me home, country roads. We also had Wagon Wheel, because that's the song that we play and sing a lot together. And then of course, whenever we had a party, every party we had at midnight, we would gather around in a circle and sing Piano Man. So the second to last song of the night was Piano Man. We all got together in a circle and sang Piano Man. Then of course the absolute final song had to be Closing Time, because whenever I lived at the house that had parties for a semester or two, whenever we want people to get the GTFO, we'd play Closing Time as a very not subtle hint.
Par 5. It's a par 5.
So yeah, that was the wedding. It was a good time. I'm happy. It's been about 2 months now. We've been married. And it's going good. Ready for Christmas break. We haven't gone on our honeymoon yet. We're going to New Orleans over Christmas break. Like I said, if you don't know, I'm a teacher, so don't really get too many opportunities to just like take off. Really, I get 7. Oh my God! I get 7 paid days off, and then any more than that, I start to get paid taken out. So I had already used some time for the wedding, because I was definitely taking off the day after the wedding. I took off the afternoon on the Friday before. So that was already a day and a half. I'd taken some other time. I have 2 days for the honeymoon, because the school calendar is really weird. We got a we're supposed to come back to school on January 2nd and 3rd, which is Thursday and Friday. So technically we come back from Christmas break to have a 2-day school week, and I just took those 2 days off. So yeah, I think after Christmas, like the 26th or 27th, I forget exactly which day, we're heading up to New Orleans to enjoy our honeymoon. And it'll be a good time. I've been there twice. My wife has not been there. And so we talked about where we want to go and stuff, and we're like, yeah, let's do that. Because I love New Orleans. New Orleans is great. I'm excited to go in the winter when it's not humid and 100,000 degrees. It's going to be a average temperature. It's not going to be like Pennsylvania 20, 30 degree weather, of course, but it's going to be nice, comfortable. Not like New Orleans is in the summer, which is when I've been there. Both times I went, like mid-July. Actually, I think late July, which might be worse weather-wise, because August is the blazing month. So that's our honeymoon for over Christmas break. We're looking forward to it. Got 2 more weeks of school before we get there. But yeah, I'll finish up this course, but it's been a while. The friend who I said was a bagpiper for our wedding was joking with me. He's like, oh, I thought you'd be recording a vlog to put up on your YouTube channel right about now. He's like, I got married. So to that friend, here's the video saying that I got married and just telling you about the things.
Amazing.
So yeah, we'll finish up these last 3 or so holes and chat about whatever, I don't know, anything that comes to mind. I'll say stream of consciousness kind of thing going. I'll tell you about some teaching things, because that's always fun. Some of the kids, some of the classes I have, I'm a little bit more, I don't want to say comfortable. I'm an adult, and they're like 3-year-old kids. I mean, they're in high school, but they're still like the maturity of a 3-year-old kid. So I'm comfortable anywhere. But some of the classes I'm more laid back with and more open, and kind of let my weirder sense of humor come out. So earlier this week I did a bunch of stuff. One was unintentional. Earlier this week we just came back from Thanksgiving, since Thanksgiving was so late this year. Like, goodness. Not too often you go on Thanksgiving break and then come back in December, you know? So that was weird.
Up here, maybe?
So whenever we came back from Thanksgiving break, I put a countdown on my board. Oh my god, what a putt! Oh. I put a countdown on the board till Christmas break. But one of my classes said I should change it, because I guess it looked a bit too ominous. That isn't what they said. They didn't say it looked ominous, but it wasn't necessarily specified what the countdown was for. They're like, you should specify what it's for, because all I had was, at the beginning of the week, 13.5 days left. And they're like, till what? Till anything. And I guess that could be a bit creepy or a bit ominous, just seeing that there 12.5 days left, kids. Till what? Oh, you'll find out. So I did change it to specify just days until break. Because I didn't want to put holiday break, because screw that. And I didn't want to put Christmas break, because then some kid's gonna say, oh, I don't celebrate Christmas.
Whoa!
Or, I take offense to the word Christmas. So I'm not gonna put holiday for my own principles, and I'm not gonna put Christmas for fear of my job.
Nice birdie.
My school's not really in a position to necessarily fire me for especially something as small as that, but you know, still, it's just something that's stupid, and I wouldn't want to deal with it. Be like, hey,
Next one. Put 9.
don't write the word Christmas on your board. I'd be like, ah, get out of here, dude. It's Christmas.
Nice shot.
Alright. It is what it is. Whether they celebrate it or not, they're getting nearly 2 weeks of school off for it. So I'm gonna call it what it is. In my classroom, if I refer to it, I definitely say Christmas break. You know, and no issues of really. Oh, if that would have went in.
Careful.
Boy, oh boy. Another thing I said this week, I joked with my kids. I don't know what they were saying or talking about, but somebody was saying about how they have no patience, and I was like, that's not true. You do have patience, and a lot of it. They're like, what do you mean? It's like, you know how I know you have patience? He's like, how? I was like, because you waited 9 months to be born. And then that kid rolled their eyes, but another kid laughed. And that made me happy. So that was funny. That's my sense of humor. So there you go. And I won the Beginner's Cup number 3. Hey! And the last thing before I say my goodbyes. I told another joke yesterday.
A new record.
A new record! I told another joke yesterday. Someone came into my room and was complaining it was cold in my room. I was like, no it's not, it's room temperature. And then she's like, no it's not. I was like, yeah it is, this is a room. So whatever temperature it is in here, that's room temperature. And she's like, oh, that's all it means, Mr. I was like, well, it's room temperature. So that's just fun things, you know. Anyway, that's some golfing. Yes. What, Jenny? What? There's nothing there. Alright. I'm golf level 4, dude. I acquired some items. Oh, I got mesh tight socks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! So,
there you go. Ladies and gentlemen of Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Whenever I export this to YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'm married to my wife, who I do in fact love and like, because I always tell people, back in high school when we started dating, it was like at least 3 or 4 months after we had started dating, I had a friend ask me about my girlfriend, and he was like, so do you like her? I was like, yes. I like my girlfriend, who I've been together with for however long it was. It wasn't a small amount of time, like, you know, a week or a week and a half, 2 weeks, or anything less than a month. It had been a few months by that point. He's like, do you like your girlfriend? I was like, what kind of question is that? If I don't like her, I wouldn't be with her. Especially after this long, because, you know, in high school, a few months for a relationship, that's a decently long time. So before anybody asks if I love my wife, I'll just save you the trouble. Yes, I do. Quite a lot. Alright, Jenny, there's nothing at the door, okay? That's like the 3rd time you've looked. Alright, so there you go. That was my wedding in a nutshell. Just some stories from it, good times. Lots of fun. I still can't wait for my pictures. It's been a long time. It's going to be 2 months and 2 weeks. So what's that, like a month and a half now? Pretty much, basically. So, hey, our photographer, if for some very odd reason you're watching this video, number 1, how'd you figure out my YouTube channel? How'd you know this was me? And number 2, please give photographs. It's been a while. So, Twitch, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed listening to my wedding. If you're a long-time viewer, you probably knew this happened. but I didn't really tell you anything about it. But I don't know, probably not. It's whatever. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me ramble on for a little bit. If you're watching this on YouTube, also, thank you for watching this video. Leave a like and a comment, whatever. Subscribe if you want. I like everybody's golf. It's a game I can play just to hang out and chat. It's something I'll hope to do in the future when I'm a little bit less stuffy. I know I didn't really address it too much, but I apologize if I sound a little bit stuffy and sniffly. Because I like rambling, chatting with whatever. So, like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to Twitch and watch me do it live. You can chat with me live. But yeah, like I said, leave a like and a comment, do all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you around. To everybody, regardless of platform, have a great rest of your day. This is GamingScot. I'll see you around. Peace.